Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I can't believe it, but it is already time to film another Empties video. In fact, I think I have more products in this video than I did in my one that I filmed in April, spring. Okay, so if you want to see what's in my trash, what I finished the last couple of months, just keep watching. So starting off, I finished a lot of Epsom salts. I take an Epsom salt bath probably 5 times a week. The brand that I use most often is Dr. Teal's, and I'll be honest, I'm not really picky about Epsom salts. I just like the way they smell. I feel like they all pretty much do the same thing. Like this one's Balance and Calm. It's matcha green tea. This one's my favorite scent, but it is so hard to find right now. It's sold out pretty much everywhere, but if I have a choice, this is my go-to. I also finished a Calm and Serenity. This one is very milky and it is made with rose. I didn't like this one as much. This one, the scent was super strong, and the matcha one is too, but this one almost gave me a headache. So I don't love this one quite as much. I probably won't repurchase this scent, but I still love the brand. Also from Dr. Teal's, I have the Glow and Radiance with vitamin C and citrus essential oils. I really liked this one next to the matcha green tea one. This one's probably my second favorite, so I'll keep repurchasing this one until I can find the matcha green tea ones. I also tried a new Epsom salt last month, and it is by the brand Unfiltered by Raw Sugar. I love the Raw Sugar brand. I use their body wash. I have their hand soap. It's a great, like, more natural brand. It's not all natural because they do have fragrances, but they tend to be like paraben and sulfate free and dye free, but they do have fragrances in most of their products. So just check them out. Both brands, Dr. Teal's and Unfiltered by Raw Sugar, are cruelty-free brands, but Unfiltered by Raw Sugar is also vegan. They did this whole launch, and I'm also trying out, I think there's a blueberry scent and a mango scent, and those are in my shower now. So I'll let you know my thoughts on those when I finish. My thoughts on this, loved it. The scent was great. The price point. This small container was $10. This large bag was less than $5. This literally lasted me 2 weeks, and I alternated it with one of the other scents in there. It's great. It's a nice little treat if you don't use Epsom salts quite as often. It's probably worth the investment, or if you don't mind spending $10 for 14 ounces, go for it. This is less than $5 for 3 pounds. It's definitely a better value for the Dr. Teal's, and like I said, they're both cruelty free, but if vegan is important to you, and the scent's a lot different. Watermelon, pink cactus is growing. There's also a body scrub that I'm trying. So anyway, done with those. In my May favorites video, I talked about the Cremo shave cream. In that one, I have the French lavender scent, but I mentioned that the mango coconut is my absolute favorite, but like the matcha green tea bath salts, you cannot find this anywhere. As soon as I can find this one again, this is what I will repurchase because I prefer this scent. It's a fantastic product. A teeny tiny amount of this goes a very long way, but I get the closest shave when I use this, and one tube lasts about 3 months, and I shave almost every other day, just on average. I wish I had $1 for every Bi-Facil that I had finished, because I have used this for almost 20 years. It is the only eye makeup remover that I swear by. It works fantastic, but you have to let the cotton pad soak on your eye for like 10 seconds. Like, shake it up. I'm never without it. Like, that's how much I love it. I'm never without it. So you can see the suspension is separated into two. You shake it up, put it on a cotton pad. You have to let the cotton pad soak on your eye for at least 10 seconds to let it break down the makeup underneath, and then wipe. Too many people, when it comes to eye makeup removers, they'll shake it up, put it on a cotton pad, and immediately just wipe their eye makeup away and think that they're doing something. Like, you're not. You're scrubbing, you're still being too hard on the skin, too hard on your lashes, and you're really not getting the full benefit of the eye makeup remover. And I don't care if you go with one from the drugstore or Clinique or MAC or Bi-Facil itself, like any of them. You have to let it sit to work. I finished a couple of self-tanners. This one is Saint Tropez, and when I am willing to make the investment, this is my favorite high-end self-tanner. It does have an olive undertone, and that's why I love it so much. Because my skin tone is neutral, this works best for me. A lot of self-tanners have more of a like orangey red undertone, and those just don't play well with my neutral skin. But the ones with the olive undertone work best. This is a deluxe sample size. I had 1,000 points at Sephora, and this was their 100-point perk. And I was like, can I cash in 1,000 points for 10 of these? And they let me. So that's why I included this. I've told you guys before that I don't tend to include sample things unless they really make like an impression. And that's why, because it's not like I just finished one, I finished 10. And I've used, like, I've bought the full size product too. This product retails for about like $45 to $50. It is totally worth it if you're willing and able to make the splurge. Nothing beats Saint Tropez bronzer. I also finished, this one's from the drugstore. It is by LA Tan. It is their luxury Sunless Mousse Black Bronzing Dark. This one, it was around the $10 range. I liked it. I liked the color that it gave by itself. And sometimes when other self-tanners didn't do enough on my legs, I would use this instead. This does not play well with others. Like, if I wanted to use one self-tanner one day and then do this a couple of days later, I felt like they would almost break each other up. But I also didn't like the way it faded. It does what a lot of self-tanners do, and it gets that really flakiness. Like, it does it, a lot of them do it like between your boobs and like in your arm crease and behind your knees and stuff. It just gets really like choppy and flaky, and you can see your actual skin color underneath, but then still little pieces of the self-tan. This one did that. So I didn't hate it, because when I used it by itself, I really liked the color. If I had to have one like in a pinch, I would. Oh, and also the pump broke. Like, I still had maybe 2 more applications and the pump just stopped pumping. So the packaging kind of sucks too. I have 2 face washes. This one is by Pacifica. It is the Rose Kombucha Flower Powered Face Wash. I bought this in a pinch and I didn't like it. I felt like it left my skin feeling stripped. If the smallest amount got in my eye, it burned for 4 days. Like, it was so bad. I also felt like while it left my skin feeling stripped, it didn't necessarily even remove all the makeup, and I don't know how that's possible. Normally, when something leaves your skin feeling stripped, it's because it took out so much and it took off so much, and you're like, well, how can you take out so much and there still be stuff on there? I would not purchase this again. The reason I purchased this in the first place is because my Target stopped carrying this one, which is my favorite and has been my go-to cleanser for the past year. This is the Botanics All Bright with Hibiscus Cleansing Foam Wash. And this is like in the Target Clean section. It is no parabens, no mineral oils, it's phthalate free, so it still has fragrances in it though, so if that's something you're sensitive to, just keep that in mind. But I love this. I feel like it does a great job at removing my makeup but still cleansing my skin. It doesn't leave my skin feeling stripped, and it doesn't break me out, and I love it so much. Best part is it's under $5. I do have to order it online now because my local Target has stopped carrying it, and it broke my heart because I thought it was discontinued. Now I have to order it online, but it's totally worth it. In fact, my new one just got delivered about 10 minutes ago. So, would absolutely recommend this and will continue to repurchase it for as long as I can. Another makeup remover that I tried was the Pacifica Moisture Rehab Rose and Coconut Makeup Removing Wipes. These were okay. I'm really picky about makeup wipes, and I don't even use them that often, and I think I don't use them that often because I'm so picky about them. But these, like most makeup wipes, dried out prematurely. I don't use them all the time, so it's not like they're open and closed all the time. I do, like this has the plastic closure, and then I leave this on too, and I store them upside down. So I do everything that I can to make them last a little bit longer, but they still dried out quicker than they should have. And you get 30 wipes in here. You guys, I have had a I have had a pack of MAC wipes where you have 100 wipes, and I store them exactly the same as these, and they never dried out. Like, they were moist. I hate that word. They were moist through the last wipe. Now, I have gotten the occasional pack where I'm like, these have been sitting in the drawer a little longer than they should have maybe. But for the most part, they're pretty consistently, you know, quality through and through. And the Pacifica wipes, it seems like every pack that I try just dry out way before they should. Also, I feel like I have to scrub harder than I should. I'm not a fan of the wipes. Wouldn't recommend them, wouldn't repurchase them. I was like, what the hell is this? It's half of a Too Faced Hangover primer. I loved it so much I cut it in half so I could get all of the goods out of there. It has coconut water in it. It worked great for my normal to dry skin. I feel like it kept my makeup on. It went on really pretty. I have heard people say that when their skin is more oily, that they feel like this breaks their makeup down. That's probably because of the coconut water and your oily skin. So if you're more oily, I wouldn't recommend this. But if your skin is normal, leaning more dry, then I think this is a great product. I love that it gave my skin a healthy, just like radiant look to it. So I will repurchase this eventually. I just have some other primers that I'm trying to make my way through right now. So this is the Pond's, I feel like an old lady. This is the Pond's Rejuvenesse anti-wrinkle cream because this is getting old, right? I had to fly back in February for work, and I needed a moisturizer that was travel friendly, and this is the just quick pick it up and go that I got. Now, when I used it, I could immediately, as soon as I laid in bed, I was like, oh, this is doing something, you know? I could feel a little tingle here and everywhere I put it. I was like, because I'm from the generation that if it burns, it's working. Like, I know there's some of y'all that feel that too, right? Like with the mouthwash and like if it burns, it's working. If it's not burning, it's not working. So this gives a little bit of a tingle. So my immediate thought was, oh my God, it's working, right? Broke me out so bad. But I kept using it because I was like, those wrinkles though, I know they're going away. I don't care that I'm breaking out. Those wrinkles are going away. So it's probably filled with toxic sludge and chemicals and stuff. That was probably the burn, but in my mind it was anti-wrinkle. Okay, next I have the Garnier Fructis Smoothing Treat 1 Minute Hair Mask. This is in the scent Avocado Extract. This was okay. I have tried every one of the scents from this line. There was a banana one that was my absolute favorite, followed by the papaya scent. Those were great, and they left my hair feeling healthy and moisturized and just, oh my God, I wanted to smell them all day. And do you guys remember from the like 90s, those cupcake dolls? They like flipped inside out and they smelled like a cupcake. Okay, that's what those hair masks smell like. I'm gonna put a picture of one of those in here because those hair masks smell like those cupcake dolls. And I loved it. I would walk around smelling my hair all day long. Loved it. This didn't do quite as much for my hair. It still smelled good. I still used it. I mean, it's okay, but I preferred those 2 scents. The coconut one and this one, terrible, garbage. Don't waste your money. I finished another conditioner. If you saw my quarantine beauty tips video, you know that I save coffee grounds and make a body coffee scrub using conditioners that I don't like. This is one of those conditioners. This is the Maui Moisture Smooth and Repair Vanilla Bean Conditioner. This smells fantastic. It was nice and thick, and I thought it was gonna do amazing, wonderful, unicorn kind of things for my hair, and it just didn't. So it did work well with the coffee scrub, so I got my use out of it, but I wouldn't repurchase it because it just didn't do anything for my hair. Moving along with the shampoo conditioner kind of vibe, these have been my go-to shampoo and conditioner for the past year. And I kind of went through a mini heartbreak because I thought they were discontinued, because I got them at Walgreens for forever and ever and ever and ever, and then all of a sudden they were on clearance and I bought all of them that they had. Literally everything that my Walgreens had, I bought them and ran out and couldn't find them, and now I think they're Ulta only. So this is the Hask Rose Oil and Peach Color Protection Shampoo and Conditioner. I no longer color my hair, so I can't speak as to whether it actually does anything for color protection. What I can say is that I love the way my hair behaves. It is not frizzy. It lays pretty when I just let it air dry. I love the way it smells. It smells more peach than rose, and that is, y'all, when I tell you I smelled my hair all day with the cupcake doll hair mask, you have no idea. Like, I pretty much had a mustache all day. Like, it smells so good. I love it. I definitely recommend it. These are another one of those like sulfate and paraben free shampoos, but they still contain artificial scents. So I am, like, in my body care and stuff, moving toward more natural products. I can't go all natural. I have tried. I've just not found something that I love yet, but I am leaning toward more natural things, and I can tell a big difference in my hair growth and the way my hair behaves when I go for more natural products. So my last hair care product was in my favorites video that I posted last week, and it is System Professional Repair Perfect Ends Hair Length Lotion. I would put just a couple of pumps in my ends and smoosh it up, let it air dry, and it gave my hair a little bit of texture without weighing it down. I don't necessarily feel like it repaired any split ends, but I do feel like it prevented the split ends that I have from getting worse, if that makes any sense. It does have a heavy, I called it in my favorites video, like a grandma kind of scent, kind of like baby powder and super old lady lotion and Coty Airspun powder all smooshed and had this obnoxious child is what this smells like. But it works well, so recommend it, yes, but I probably won't repurchase it just because of the scent. I have the Nourish Organic Renewing Eye Cream with avocado and argan. Argan what? Just argan? Is that a thing? I thought all argan was argan oil. Okay, it's USDA organic and it's for normal to dry skin. I was super excited because I got this in either a Sephora Play or an Ipsy. I can't remember, who knows. What I do remember is how much I hated it. I finished it because I kept wanting to love it, because I kept reading it and I was like, this is great for my under eyes. This is gonna prevent some wrinkles. This is awesome, yes, yes. and I wanted it to be so much thicker and creamier than what it was, but it just felt like such a dry, that the ingredients like separated and it was more watery, but at the same time, like it just sat on top of my under eye. It never actually absorbed into the skin. So I tried it a couple of times during the day and it was terrible. You know, it never absorbed into my skin, so of course makeup couldn't sit on top of it. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll use it as a night eye cream and try it that way. Bish, when I woke up the next morning, that shit was still not absorbed under my eye. I would absolutely not recommend this eye cream. It's terrible, awful, garbage, and that's where it's going. What is not garbage is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. This is a deluxe sample, but like I said, I only include deluxe samples if they make an impression, and this did. And I needed something that I knew wasn't going to break me out. I knew wasn't going to cause a reaction. This is great. I do like the lotion, not the gel, because I lean a little more dry. This gives me the hydration, the moisture that I need. It's thick enough where my skin actually feels hydrated. My skin doesn't feel parched. You know, after being out in the sun all day, my skin can feel so just tight and dehydrated. This replenishes all that moisture, you know, but it's not so thick that I can't wear it in the morning. If I wake up in the morning, wash my face, and then put this on, as long as I give it time to really soak into my skin, I can wear makeup on top of this and it doesn't disturb the makeup that I put on. I can still wear my makeup all day. I just have to let this soak in really, really well first. This tube lasted me about a month and I wore it almost every day. So that's why I included it in the video. I am going to buy the full-size version as soon as I get a chance. I never thought I would, but I actually finished a Coty Airspun powder. Okay, this is the translucent extra coverage. Back in the day when everybody told us to bake our under eye, did it. I just used it on my days off when I knew I wasn't going to be taking selfies, when I knew I was going to be outside, and bound to get a little bit of oil in my T-zone. This is what I use to set my makeup because it is a very matte, very dry powder. If you bake with it, if it's photographed, you're gonna get that like ghostly white reflection. I don't love it. It does have a grandma scent, but it's a cult product, so it's okay. I may repurchase it in a pinch, but only in a pinch. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is the original version before they came out with like the lighter one, the darker one. I don't know, they expanded it, but this is like the OG powder from like back in the day. It still smells a little bit, not much. Most of it's faded, but like you still smell it a little bit. But she was well loved. I mean, the packaging fell apart, the mirror broke. Honestly, this doesn't do crap for me now. I think I may even have a backup of this from like back when I thought I was never gonna get my hands on another one, and I was like, let's just go ahead and buy one. It's okay. It's got a pretty undertone to it. It really does. It's a pretty bronzer, but it just doesn't do anything for me now. Even when I'm at my fairest, I have to like cake that shit on. Like, cake it on for it to do anything. So it's not something that works for me now, but back in the day it did. I also finished a Benefit Hoola bronzer. Now she went all the way. There is nothing left in here. And I loved this, and eventually I will get around to repurchasing Hoola bronzer. I just have so many. I'm trying to kind of narrow down my makeup collection. I'll eventually buy another Hoola. She's great. The tone was beautiful. I can't use it during the summer because it doesn't do crap, but this was a great like winter, spring bronzer. Last I have a brow pencil. This one's from MAC. It is the Brow Sculpt Pencil in Spike. It had a spoolie brush on this side and a triangle tip on this side. It was for a very soft brow to just kind of adhere to the hair that was already there. It wasn't going to lay down to the skin or anything like that. I actually really liked this formula, but it's been discontinued, so I wouldn't be able to repurchase it even if I was still using a brow pencil, which I don't anymore. So that's it. That's everything that's in my trash. That was a lot of stuff. I had no idea. Like, I knew that my little Empties bag was kind of overflowing and there was stuff sitting beside it. And I was like, I gotta do an Empties video soon. This is getting ridiculous. But I had no idea there was so much stuff in there. But let me know in the comments, have you tried any of these? Do you love any of these or do you hate any of these? I know that there wasn't a whole lot of makeup, but I think skincare and body care is just as important, because let's be honest, if you're not taking care of what's underneath, your makeup's not gonna look good. You can buy Dollar Tree makeup, you can buy MAC, you can buy Chanel, you can buy any kind of makeup that you want. If your skincare isn't where it needs to be, your makeup's gonna look like garbage. Off my soapbox. You guys thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time.